Hey, everybody. Listen, I just wanted to give a part two to the Firemaple Petrel pot. On the last video, we talked about several of their pots, both the cost, the practicality, and actually just being well made. I think we talked about the 600 milliliter, the 750 milliliter, and the 800 milliliter. And then someone, my new friend, mentioned that they have the Petrel 300 millimeter cup that nests really well inside of the 600 millimeter pot. I'm trying to say these things right. So I finally got the cup, and for $9, a nice sleeve on it, it just gives you a complete kitchen on the go. It just works for me, and the price is right. Again, I'm a fanboy, not of everything that Firemaple does, not every single product, because some things I kind of scratch my head, but for the most part, to get you out camping on an inexpensive yet functional level, you can't beat it. Something like this from some of the other manufacturers, I've seen up to $80, $100, $150. This just works. So I've added the 300 milliliter Firemaple cup to my primary cooking pot, which is the Petrel 600 milliliter. Let's see how it works. So for example, your gas canister fits right inside of the cup. The cup and the canister fits right inside of the pot. I use primarily the Green Peak 2 stove. I also have the Green Peak 1 as a backup. I don't want to be out camping and my stove don't work for some reason. But I use this primarily because sometimes I go to the Eastern Sierras, which is a few hours from me, and I may hike a few thousand feet. This works at high altitudes. It's a primary purpose. Also, I got a couple of dollars from my primary job as a bonus. Not much, it was just over $100. Well, I use that to buy my toys. So I've been looking at these Hilltop bags. So I got that for my stove. And they seem okay. I haven't taken them to the field yet. But that also nests inside of the cup. And I probably did that in the wrong order. Some time ago, I got this titanium gas canister stand. I'll stick that in the pot. Stick the stove in the pot. Put the lid on the pot. Move it around a little bit just so it'll fit properly. And close the top. And so with that, and a spork, I think it's called, and some food and a little water, you've got a complete cooking system. I believe for me that 300 milliliter cup was $9.95. And I also, this is how to get you. I also bought the Petrel Pot rice cooker. I know I really don't need a rice cooker for this pot system, but it was there and it was inexpensive. We'll talk about that next time. But in the meantime, I like Firemaple. This stuff works really well. It's convenient and it's just priced right. And that's the kind of camping gear I like. I do have some expensive stuff, but if we could save some money, let's do that. Stay safe. Love somebody today. Keep the peace. Oh wait, before I go, I almost forgot. Let's see. for my Petrel, my 600 milliliter Petrel pot. I mentioned Hilltop Packs. Hilltop Packs. They make bags, and they even make custom bags. I believe you can get something custom, like the kid's picture or a tree or a photograph, on their packs. But they had one for my stove and also for my entire Petrel pot. So this is where I'll finally keep this whole kit in the Hilltop Packs pack for my Petrel pot. It's nice. It was inexpensive. I wanted to try them out. I've been seeing them. They've been bombarding me with ads, as they should, you know, if you're trying to sell something. But I got one for my stove and my pack, and I like the way it looks. It's nice, compact, and it's simple. You like to customize your stuff. I do. And, you know, I'm also a photographer. That is my primary genre. That's why I go camping, so I could take photographs. And we suffer from what we call in the photography field gear acquisition syndrome. We like new stuff. We like toys. We like our gear. So I saw these. I bought them. And they're very nice. Handmade, custom made, and relatively inexpensive. So I almost forgot that. So now, this rounds out my primary cook kitchen for now. Although, on a later time when I get more strength, I will be back with the rice cooker. I got the rice cooker. I did. Have no idea how to use it. Never imagined cooking rice at the campsite, but I will now. Bye for now.